So we're doing a market vlog. The market is actually tomorrow, so I have some last minute prep to do. So I just kind of wanted to take you along and see what I'm actually doing. I have almost finished. I did already do a roomie, so I'm almost finished with Mira. Her hair is cray and I've got it pinned down. I need to glue and sew. I actually do both. I glue and I sew, so that way it's not going anywhere. I also want to fix her face a little bit because I'm not happy with the way her like eye makeup is, her little eye detail is. But other than that, she's almost done. I have to kind of sew again, a little bit more sewing to do on her, but I'm so excited to debut my K-pop Demon Hunters there. Also, I did a new pattern from Green Frog Crochet, and this is my little sitting derpy. He's not done yet. I have to put his nose on, his tongue on, a little pink in his ears as well, and then I want to put a little bit of orange around his eyes. I only had these red eyes, so I think they'll work. But everything else, he's really cute. I really loved his pattern. It did still take about an hour. And he's very small. But I think next to, you know, it'll be like the K-pop Demon Hunter's little kitty friend. You know what I mean? This pattern, actually, you can get it standing. You can get it as a snuggler. You can get it, I think, bobble stitch, all bobble stitch little legs and stuff like that. So this pattern comes in a variety of different like ways you can make it. I chose the sitting one. This one also comes with a sussy, like the little crow guy. I haven't made him yet, but I think I will, but not for this market because I got a lot to do. I'm also trying to make a little bit more of my $5 bin things. Again, more of my Silly Monsters. I just made this one this morning while I was waiting for my kids to get ready for school, and I still need to finish a little mouth on him. This is a little bit smaller than I really want, so I forgot to add a couple rows. I just add a couple more rows to the belly part. This pattern is a loops and knots pattern, and instead of bobble stitch arms, I just do these silly little chain arms. People go gaga over them, especially these ones in the little bunny fur. So I'm gonna make them all probably in fur from now on. I really love the furry ones too because they end up fuzzy and then they have a little rattle in them when I make them. Sometimes I do felt faces and sometimes I do embroidered faces. It just depends on what my mood is. So I haven't quite decided what kind of face she's gonna get, but working on those. I want to do some more swirly snakes if I have time. I don't have much time today because I am actually working from home. And so I have my lunch hour, which actually on my lunch hour, I have to go pick up my mom's truck that we use to go to shows with, and then also go pick up a table. I need a second table for this event. We've decided to have 2 6-foot tables, and I think it'll work out. I have to update my inventory sheet. I have to go through all my inventory and update my inventory sheet. That won't take long because I just did it. Oh, my 2 snow globe snowmen. I'll show you those when I'm done with them. But my daughter is doing the snow globe part and she has to get on that today. I made 2 demigorgons for this. I didn't get to 2 more wizard frogs. I really wanted to make a couple more wizard frogs, but I think I'm gonna just deal with the one I have right now, and maybe that'll make the fairy frogs more enticing. So I have a lot to do. I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna finish my coffee and get to work, and then do all the things I need to do for the day, including work. I also need to get my kids out of this house and off to school, so I better do that. Let me get on it. There we go. We're gonna have probably 3-ish rows of 4, and then at the top it'll just say keychains, and eventually this will get painted Eventually we'll be whoa, it just fell on its own. Well, it slid back anyways. Whew. We're gonna have to probably, that's my only thing about this is that it's a little flimsy, and then that's why I wanted to DIY my own. It does take up a lot of room. We're gonna have to still play with this and see if we want to do this or not. Okay, that is gonna be way more noticeable on my table than the stupid little roundy tree thing. So I like it. It needs to be painted white for sure, but that'll be done at a later date. I'm gonna have my daughter erase the pencil marks. She'll love to do that. And then just add a sign that says keychains, $8. And yeah, I think I'm gonna reduce all of these anywhere between $5 and $8, especially something small like this, because it really did not take me any time or any yarn to do. And even the charms and the keychains are like fractions of $1. So they're gonna be low price items. I had these at 15, but I feel like the Labubu craze is dying down. So we're gonna go with $10 on those now. And once they're gone, they're gone. But this one's my favorite, by the way. He's so cute. Anyways, those are my keychains right now. We just basically have a poison love potion, which is the same here. This is actually like a potion bottle. This is a chili pepper. Some people think they're strawberries. And it just says the Raider Smut. This is my silly goose keychain with the goose with the knife in it. My spider, I had two, but my daughter stole one. She loves this one to death. She has it on her purse and she loves it. Another silly goose. And then the moon one, I just wanted something with a moon and a kitty, and then I was like, oh yeah, that cat from the show. So I think it's cute. I like it. Anyways, better thing for the keychains for sure. Crunchy. Okay, we're all set up at the market. It is cold, but it's fine. I'm warm now because we just got done setting up, but we already made booth feedback. Someone came and bought 3 items. They bought my dragon snuggler, the smoky one, and then my Dino and my T-Rex. So cute. Lovely people. So thank you to those people. And then we're just kind of sitting here waiting for things to start up. It's kind of quiet right now, but there's 2 streets. Okay, I'm so cold. I did not bring an extra blanket or anything, and it's about 11:30, and we've been doing pretty good. Have a lot of things, a lot of little things, and a lot of bigger, like medium-sized things. So doing really good. The kids just went off to go look at the 3D printed vendor. So yeah, having a good time. We're just very cold, that's all. They did come around with hand warmers, and that was nice. And now I have hot chocolate, so that's even nicer. Another frozen check-in. Oliver's freezing as well. Still doing really good. It's not like super busy, but it's steady. Like every 10 minutes there'll be like a group coming by, and people have been buying multiple things, so that's great. It's 2 o'clock. It has slowed way down in my shoulder. I have like a knot in my shoulder and it hurts so bad right now. So bad. I can't wait to get in the nice warm truck. It's so cold.
You have to pack everything away first.
I know. I'll do that super quick. Yeah, we're all ready to go home. We're just so cold. It is only probably like what, 49? 48? It's 42?
It's 2 o'clock.
No, how cold is it today? What does it say? You'd think it was freezing, but it is 40 something degrees. My husband and my son went to go find the bathroom and they've been gone a long time. A lot of people have those propane heaters and I'm so jealous. That looks like a really smart idea. But yeah. Oh, the music started up again. Audrey, I'm so glad we are far away from the music. It's really nice. Like, it's just a guy on a guitar and a piano, a person on a piano, so it's not like egregious, but it's definitely loud down that way towards the food vendors. But we agree it's been a good day. It's just been cold and we're ready to go home. We're going out to eat dinner tonight, so I'm ready to have some Olive Garden, I guess. Hey, we're back. It's after the market. We're ready for the recap. It has been a couple days because man, was I absolutely wrecked yesterday. After the market, it ended at 3 o'clock and we came home and unloaded the truck immediately, took like a 30-minute rest, and then we were out of the house again because we actually had a family member in town who wanted to take us to dinner. So we had to drive again to another town to go to dinner. We had a wonderful time. It was a little bit busy, but as soon as we got home, my son crashed out. Like, he was still in his big coat. We had to kind of take it off of him, but he fell asleep and was like asleep for like 14 hours. Everyone, I think, was asleep that night by like 9 o'clock. We were all dead to the world. I think mostly just because we're sitting in the shivering cold, you know, for so many hours, and your body is just like in this constant state of alertness almost. And as soon as we got back into the warm house, we were like sleepy time. We were bears. We were ready to hibernate. And then my body was still hating me on Sunday. My shoulder, I got like this huge knot in my shoulder about 3/4 of the way through the show. It was really hurting really badly, and I didn't have like my heating pad or like my like little patches that I wear or anything. I did have some ibuprofen, took some of that while I was at the show, but oh my god, my body was just like done. Done. Overall, the show was really, or the market was really fun. Like, we had a great time. We have a great time as a family. My kids love seeing all of the kids light up and be happy when they find something they like. You know, even the people who stopped by, they were really, really sweet. It wasn't as busy of a day as I thought it would be, but that's probably just because the weather was freezing. It was bitingly cold. My sister did show up. My parents did show up as well. They both bought something from other vendors at the market. So I think we all had a really good time. It was just like everyone that came into the booth was like, okay, hurry up, make a choice so we can go back in the house and where it's warm. It was so cold, and here in California, we're not used to it being like outside this cold. It was like mid-40s or something like that. We're babies, okay? We're babies, we can't handle it. Anyways, let me get into what sold. I have my little market book here that I was writing stuff down in because I didn't quite get my inventory sheet made up. But things that were multiples that sold from the mini bins. Snakes were big. This is the swirly snake pattern. I had 3 left. I did not quite get to making more. If I did, I probably would have sold them. I do think that. Anyways, I had 3 swirly snakes. The kids love these little snakes, and also I don't use safety eyes in them, so they're baby safe. This market loved the mini Krakens. I had 4, I sold 3. So I definitely want to continue making those little mini Krakens. I think it's like a plushico pattern, maybe. I think that's what it is. The swirly snake is from Zazzle, Zuzizzle, blah, 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 blah. I'll put it on the screen, okay? We won't worry about the names right now. I will find them and I will put them on the screen for you. Footballs. I only had 2 footballs left. Here's like my one non-fantasy item. but it's a free pattern and I just thought that would be really cool for especially little boys. And the boys love them. Like half the time when they buy a football, they go right out in front of my tent and start throwing it back and forth between their mom or dad or brother or whatever. And they have a great time with them. I think I will continue making the footballs even though it's not kind of my aesthetic. But I think what I'll do is make the footballs in team colors, like either NFL team colors or like local high school team colors for whatever town I'm in. So I think that will be a good idea. My husband also thinks it's a great idea. And since it's his idea, he's like, do it. Also, dragons was a little bit slower today. I did make like 10 of them. I only sold 2. So, but a lot of people liked the dragons. They kept calling it a dinosaur. Do you want a baby dinosaur? And then they'd look at the tag and go, oh, it's a dragon, just kidding. And I'm like, it's whatever you want it to be. So they did. The dragons didn't do as well at this one, but people still really liked them. They were interested, just they chose something else, had a better choice in mind. So let me just go down the line and let you know what I sold. The first transaction out the gate got me my booth fee back. It was one of the Eden Snuggler dragons. I made the smoky one. This is one that I featured too in the market. Like Instagram promo stuff. So I sold the Snuggler dragon, my T-Rex from KP Creations. I love that T-Rex, and also Dino the dragon that I made. That's the mod as well. All 3 of those went to a vendor neighbor down the way. Very sweet, nice people. I'm very happy they were happy. I made a adventuring mouse. This one is from, oh, the girl that does all the minis. Oh gosh, what are the names? I'm so bad with names right now. But this came in like a pack with a mole and a mouse with a little like hat on it. And I didn't like the yarn I used for this one, so I only made 1 so far, but I think I will be making more of those. I want to make more fantasy creatures, obviously, and I really like this little like adventuring mouse, and it's small, so it's good for like my minis bin. That was $8. Oh, by the way, my Snuggler Dragon, my Eden Snuggler Dragon I sold for $45, and the T-Rex was $25, and the Dino was $30. And then I sold a puppy. Actually, I sold all 3 of my puppies. I have 3 puppies out, so that was another one that was multiples. The puppy pattern is like from Vutri. Listen, I'm gonna butcher all these names, so we're just gonna stick to it on the screen. The puppy pattern is these playful puppies where their butt is in the air. They're super cute. I loved them. I think I might be making more of those as well. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do the same pattern, but I have 2 different puppy patterns. I'm still on the fence about those. But I'm glad they sold at this market because they haven't got a lot of attention at other markets. I did sell my sitting derpy that I got from Green Frog Crochet. I chose the sitting one. I really like the sitting one. I was going to do that in a market. No, I think I showed it in this video. But anyways, he sold for $15. It was so funny because they were at my booth and it was one of those where the dad came back and was like, I've been tasked with getting the blue tiger. And I was like, go for it. Derpy is yours. And then I only sold 1 Christmas item at this market. It was a Christmas market, but I only sold 1 Christmas item. That was the snowman. However, after the market, one of my family members was like, hold the Grinch for me. So Grinchy is also sold, but that one came after the market. I also sold a Grumpy Goose. People were loving on the Grumpy Goose. My $8 bin was like the hot bin of this market. I have a $5 bin, 2 $10 bins, and an $8 bin. So the $8 bin was like, everyone was loving that bin. I sold my Pumpkin King. This was a fun one because they were like going back and forth. And they chose the Pumpkin King and I was like, ah, you took my favorite decoration. They were like, oh yeah, the person who this is going to, it was a gift for somebody. They're gonna love it. So I sold my Pumpkin King for $20. Oh, my San Francisco bear. So I made a little Nooks Hooks hoodie bear, and this one I just put SF on the front, and there it's in 49 colors, and that one sold as well. That was another gift for somebody, and they bought that bear, and they also bought my bigger bear that had like the glittery yarn, the glittery burlap yarn, and then the tie-dye hoodie. They bought 2 bears, and I love that they love my bears. They were like, these are so cute, and I'm like, I think so too. And then one person bought both my Demigorgons, so those were 15 each. Those I thought would be one of the first things to go. They did get a lot of attention because I put them out in front with my K-pop Demon Hunters and 11. The lady really wanted to buy the 11, but she's like, I think I'm just gonna go with this because I got 2 kids and they're both gonna love this. They need the same thing. And I was like, I get it. Oh, and then the keychains did its job. So my keychain display did its job. I think a lot of people just aren't into keychains. I don't know. So far, the keychains have not been my thing. Like, it's not been my thing. Maybe they don't like my keychains. I don't know. But one girl came over and was like, I saw that from far away. I'm getting it. And she got my Silly Goose keychain with the like little goose holding a knife charm. And I think the second one was the cat with the moon. No, the second one was the spider. Just kidding. Second one was the spider. So spider keychain and Silly Goose keychain all gone. So I don't know for if I'm gonna continue making keychains or not. As of right now, I think we'll just continue seeing how well these do, and then I'll you know, figure it out because I could definitely use that space for something else. So maybe I'm just not a keychain seller. I don't know. That's how things are. I haven't quite decided everything. I know I want to do fantasy creatures. Like, I know that's my aesthetic. That's kind of like what makes me happy, brings me joy, and that's the crowd I want to be in. That's my target audience. But am I a keychain person? I don't know. I sold the last of my wizard frogs. He's technically $10, but he somehow got into the $8 bin, so I sold him for $8. It's all fine. I need to make more of those anyways. Oh, and then a lady bought my Oogie Boogie. I have a small Oogie Boogie that I made. I think this was a free pattern. It was $10. I sold one kitty. That's the Magic Filament pattern. I love these kitty patterns with the big eyes. They're great. That was also $10. A random robot I sold. This was a pattern that I got a long time ago, and it's been kind of in my randoms bin. That one also sold for just $5. I put them in the $5 bin because I was like, I want to get this one out of here. And the little boy loved it. So that is everything I sold. I forgot we added it up. Let me re-add it up again because I forgot already what that total was. Hang on. So my grand total was $388. I know I had about $68 on Square and about $100 on Venmo, and the rest was cash. And so this was about an average market for me. I do think I would do it again. The actual location of this is a good location. This was a first year market with this organizer, not with this organizer, but at this location. The organizer has done other events in other towns, and I do think they put on a great event. So I would 100% do another market with them. I do wish I was able to do the second day on Sunday, but that was my dad's birthday and I wanted to go visit him and do family stuff with him instead. So I opted not to do the second day. The booth fee for this was $100 for the day. It was probably one of the more expensive ones that I've done. This was also in a town where I could take back roads to, so I didn't have to go on the freeway. It was about 40 minutes away from me, so gas in the truck was another added expense. Obviously, my kids bought a bunch of food from the food vendors there. That was an added expense. But overall, we still made profit. We still made my goal, which was always 3 times the booth fee. And we had a good time. This is my last market of the season. So I'm kind of thinking ahead for next year. Trying to kind of see what's out there for the springtime. I would really like to do one big market next year at least, like either in the springtime or in the fall, if I can get into them. There's just so much competition here for crocheters specifically. This one I got into probably because they invited me first. They sent me a message on Instagram and said, hey, do you want to apply for this? Probably with a bunch of other vendors too. So that's how I got into this one. I was the only crocheter at this event. And there was a lot of traffic. There was a lot of traffic. I wouldn't say like a ton of traffic. I do think the weather had a factor into that. But the people that did came out with the intention of shopping. A lot of the vendors had sales. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this to be the last market of the season. My shocking thing was that my K-pop Demon Hunters did not sell at the market. However, they did sell immediately after the market. One of my friends had expressed interest in buying not only the 2 that I already have, but also Zoe, so all 3 of my K-pop Demon Hunters dolls. And she was like, go ahead and keep them from your market, because if somebody wants them today, I don't want to take that away from them. However, if they don't sell, please let me know immediately. And I was like, well, either way, I'll make you one. And so about when there was like 30 minutes left and it was really starting to get slow, I messaged her and she's like, yes, pull them for me. So not only is Rumi and Mira going home, but also I'm currently making Zoe. Zoe is also being made right now. So those are each $50. So that $150 sale is going out to a friend. Again, like I said, I had a family member express that she wanted me to hold Grinchy for her, so that's another $15. And then just now I got another commission. So even though this market wasn't like huge numbers, it was very average for me. I made my goal and I got some customs afterwards, which is a fun time. So have I talked enough yet? I have had a great market season. Every single market that I went to made profit, whether it was wild profits or little profits. That doesn't matter to me. I am still just doing this as a hobby. I'm definitely not in the business to make this my full-time job, but I want to make things that bring me joy, and if they happen to sell, that's also great. So next year, I think my goals will be about the same. However, I would like to see if I can get into a little bit more markets. I also want to make my booth a little bit more of an experience for kids. So I'm going to talk about that maybe in another video of my intention to make my booth a little bit more substantial and a little bit more interactive. So I'll let you know my ideas on that coming up. Let me know what you thought of this vlog. I really want to vlog more at markets, but since my family is with me, I keep telling them, go over there, get out of the shot if you don't want to be in the shot. Anyways, that's the video. Thank you for joining me. If you like this content, please make sure to follow me, like, and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. I'll see you in the next one for sure. Bye.